Okay, guys, we got some new footage that just dropped that could exonerate Justin Baldoni even more. You can't make this up.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? Listen, guys, we've been talking about Justin Baldoni and the Blake Lively situation for a while now. Now there has been some footage that has been circulating out here in these internet streets today, and people are literally clutching their pearls right now. Okay, this is some footage showing proof positive. At least this is what the narrative is saying, what the streets are saying right now, that this is exonerating Justin Baldoni even more. There is footage of them kissing, and allegedly Blake Lively is biting his bottom lip during this whole kiss. And of course, she has been making claims about him taking liberties in intimate scenes and all this stuff. And she's the one actually biting his bottom lip in this footage, which I think is very, very interesting. And I can see why everybody and their mama is so surprised and going, wait a second, this doesn't make any sense. Why is she doing that? If she wasn't cool with everything, could this be an improvised scene, improvised kiss, or is this choreographed? Was this done was this an agreement between her, Justin Baldoni, and an intimate coordinator? Because you got an intimacy coordinator on set to make sure that every single thing is choreographed and nothing is done just, willy-nilly and, shooting from the hip, okay, for lack of a better term. But without a crystal ball, posted this thing, so I do want to share this, and it's very interesting nonetheless. Okay, this is just some crazy stuff. But again, it says, when paparazzi spotted Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively filming outside in New Jersey, they filmed two separate scenes. The first scene was a fight inside a restaurant. Okay, so it was a fight inside a restaurant. Okay, Lily chases Ryle, the characters. Okay, so Blake runs after Ryle, which is Justin Baldoni's character, outside of this restaurant, after Ryle goes after Atlas, which happens to be Brandon Sklenar's character in the movie as well. And they get into a fist fight. Okay, they get into fisticuffs. Okay, the second scene is from the beginning of the movie. Ryle relentlessly pursuing Lily and begs for a kiss. Lily, or her character, relents and then gives in. Okay, she gives in. She allows him to kiss. All right, the scene is awkward in the movie and clearly awkward in this footage. But as Blake pulls away, she's biting his lower lip, which is interesting. We're going to talk about that in a second. This whole series of events. We're going to talk about it for sure. She pulls away, and Justin's lip is let go by her teeth. She then bites her own lip. All right, like, ooh, enjoyed it, that kind of thing. Keep making it ooh, ooey gooey. You know what I mean? Adding to the tension, if you get what I'm saying. All right, this is the same footage that made it into the film. Blake Lively accuses Justin Baldoni of discreetly biting her lip in a scene, but this footage proves she did bite his lip too. So it doesn't make any sense, right? That she's the one who actually bit his lip when she's saying that he bit her lip. It's the other way around, allegedly. All right, at least that's what the streets are saying right now. This video footage was made published on January 14th, 2024. This is after Blake made Justin sign a document to protect the workplace. In the document, Justin did not admit to any of the alleged behaviors. Blake also did not bring up that Justin bit her lip until she filed a lawsuit. She complained of a lingering kiss that she felt was too long, but never that he bit her lip. Blake actually bit Justin's lip, though. So she's the one who actually bit the lip. Let's take a look at this video. This is very interesting. This is two different scenes. All right, two different scenes that you can see. All right, one's after the fight. Okay, you see right here. This is footage after the fight. He's he's accusing Atlas of there's some weird confusing misunderstanding situation. Obviously, there's tension, blah blah blah, and they get into a fight. Okay, and now here's the infamous kiss. Okay, different scene, different situation. This is in the very beginning when he's trying to woo her. Okay, trying to, yeah, woo her, for lack of a better term. Let's take a look. Now I can see them saying, "Oh, look at what they did right here." You know, his hand going down her coat, the front of her coat like that, like he was trying to cop a feel. I could see them using that as an excuse. It looks like to me that he's trying to stay close, but he's also trying to get his arm around her. I don't think that's anything deep, to be really honest. But you know how people overanalyze something and turn it into something that it's not. But as you can see, I mean, they're locking lips, they're doing their thing. She right there, she's biting his lip. She truly is biting his lip right there, y'all. Yeah, that looks like a bite to me. Now, what's interesting about this is that what she says in her lawsuit, she says something completely different. She says without these protections in place, Mr. Baldoni improvised physical intimacy that had not been rehearsed, choreographed, or discussed with Miss Lively, with no intimacy coordinator involved. Now, I'm wondering, with this scene, that scene we just saw, did that involve an intimacy coordinator? I'm curious about that. Really, I am. For instance, Mr. Baldoni discreetly bit and sucked on Miss Lively's lower lip during a scene in which he improvised numerous kisses on each take. Mr. Baldoni insisted on shooting the full scene over and over again, well beyond what would have been required on an ordinary set and without advance notice or consent. There's more to this, but I'm curious, how many takes is too many takes? Now, I know that sounds ridiculous because you can clearly go like 15 takes is too many takes. That's clear. That's clear. That's too many takes. But if they had to do like 4 or 5 different takes because they were doing different angles, a wide shot, a mid shot, a close up. I mean, shoot, 3 different takes of the same kiss. I don't see a problem with that, right? You get the coverage just in case you want to get a sweeping shot of the skyline as they romantically kiss under the stars. You know what I mean? With the beautiful skyline in the background or whatever the atmosphere is, right? You get some shots for coverage and then you move on. So I'm kind of curious as to how many takes did it take to do this kiss? And then is each take a different kiss by Justin Baldoni? That's the thing, though. This is when I wish that Brian Friedman and Justin Baldoni's team would just release the Kraken, release all the footage so we can see it for ourselves to see what the hell is really going on here. You feel me? But I digress. Moving on, though, it says on another occasion, we're going to look at that film too, that video. And I'm going to go back to this video of them kissing where they say this is the, that it's exposing Blake Lively, which I feel like it does. Okay. She may be making up, exaggerating a little bit. More than just a little bit, it looks like now. Okay. All right. But allegedly that scene, just really quick before we go into point number 48 of this 111 page document by Blake Lively's team, that footage is allegedly in the movie too. So somebody go through the movie, scroll through to that moment where they're kissing, and let me know if that is the fact. Is she kissing and is she biting? Obviously, she's kissing him, but is she biting his lower lip? That's the one thing I want to know as well. But moving on, it says, on another occasion, Mr. Baldoni and Miss Lively were filming a slow dance scene, which we all have seen, okay? The infamous dance scene with the montage with no sound, and they're saying no sound was recorded, but sound was recorded. Let's not forget that. And we are going to take a look at that just for a brief moment, okay? Because we all been seeing that 15 million times. Mr. Baldoni chose to let the camera roll and have them perform the scene, but did not act in character as Ryle. Instead, he spoke to Miss Lively out of character as himself. At one point, he leaned forward and slowly dragged his lips from her ear down to her neck and said, "It smells so good," which we later on found out that he was just like, "It smells good." Like, it wasn't like, "Oh, it smells so good, I just want to take your clothes off." Like, it wasn't like that. It was very like, "It smells good. Yeah, that really smells good. Moving on. Yeah, let's get the shot. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh." That was it. That was it. None of this was remotely in character or based on any dialogue in the script. And nothing needed to be said because, again, there was no sound, but there was sound. I mean, they were recording it, but they weren't going to use it for the film. Especially when they're talking about each other's spouses and stuff. It's like, wait a second. If they left that sound in, that'd take the whole audience out of the damn movie, right? Mr. Baldoni was caressing Mr. Lively with his mouth in a way that had nothing to do with their roles. Okay? When Miss Lively later objected to this behavior, Miss Baldoni's response was, Mr. Baldoni's response was, "I'm not even attracted to you." It was, in other words, don't do that. "I'm not even attracted to you." You know what I mean? Felt like a Seinfeld scene. You know what I mean? What's the deal? You know what I mean? Just a little bit. Okay. But like I said, we saw the footage, but let's roll it back a little bit so we can see it again in all of its glory. So that's the one where after they had he had the fight, when the fisticuffs were rile. But then here's this footage. I mean, she really is biting his lip. That's it. That's her biting that lip. Nibbling the lip. Lip nibbles. That really is, though. Okay. And they're still in the scene doing their thing, blah, blah, blah. Now, if they did multiple takes of this, I'd want to know why as well. But at the same time, that does not make this does not make Justin Baldoni a bad man. Okay. It really doesn't. To me, it sounds like he wanted to get coverage. It sounds like he was doing his mother-loving job. Okay. Doing his mother-loving job. All right. But let's move on. Now, we've all seen this.
Watch out.
This is the sound. Obviously, they're trying to set the mood and all that. Like I said, I'm going to move right here. They're acting. They are acting. And I will say this too. Something like this, which now I feel like things are going to change in Hollywood tremendously because of this situation. But when we are watching this, as we're watching this in this video, which we've seen a million times before, dissected it and all that as well, let's be real, okay? This does not look like a scene that needs an intimacy coordinator. It really doesn't look like one to me, at least to me. But now, because of this situation, I think Blake Lively, or the Blake Lively Justin Baldoni situation, is really going to change the way Hollywood handles their intimacy or their love scenes or their romantic, even the little ones like this, just slow dancing with each other. Because you just never know if somebody's going to sit there and cry wolf when there is no wolf in this scene, at least to me. So as we see this, I mean, just looking at this, it looks innocent to me. But now I can see Hollywood going, you know what? So that we don't get hit with other lawsuits and stuff, we don't want to get hit and get in trouble for not having an intimacy coordinator on set, even for the slow dances, because you just never know. You just never know. So I feel like that's about to happen here, to be completely straight funky with you guys. But going back to this piece right here, this doesn't make any earthly sense to me because, again, she says he was the one biting her lower lip. That doesn't look like that to me here. It really doesn't. And now this is exposing that maybe Blake Lively is exaggerating certain things just so she can save face and maybe save her marriage. Yeah, I said it. Maybe just to save her doggone marriage. But again, very interesting that now that we're seeing it, we're seeing the kiss, we're seeing some footage that was from paparazzi, not from the movie not from the takes that were made, the raw footage from the actual movie. This is from paparazzi that put this stuff out here. Okay. It is very interesting. So what say you guys? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think this exonerates Justin Baldoni even more? Blake and Justin, Jake. You saw what I did there on accident. But I'm curious, what y'all think? Is this something that exposes her as a liar, or it's not enough for you? Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button, and we'll be talking very, very soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.